All right, today we're digging into something pretty huge happening over in the UK, a sweeping ban on junk food ads. We're going to look at why the government decided to take this, well, world-leading step and what it really means for the nation's health.
So, you might be asking, why such a dramatic move? I mean, this isn't just some small tweak to the advertising rulebook. No, this is a massive shift. And the reason behind it all? Well, it's a health crisis that's been bubbling under the surface for years.
Okay, so to really get why this ban was seen as so necessary, you've got to look at the data on children's health. And let me tell you, the numbers are, well, they're pretty sobering.
The government's own stats really paint a stark picture here. Get this. When kids start primary school, so around age 5, almost 1 in 4 of them is already considered overweight or obese. But honestly, that's just the start of the story.
Right, and this is the really crucial point. By the time those same kids are 11 years old, that number just shoots up. We're talking more than 1 in every 3 children in England is now classified as overweight or obese. 1 in 3. That's huge.
And, this whole crisis, it goes way beyond just weight. These diets that are super high in sugar are fueling a rise in things like type 2 diabetes, and this is shocking. Tooth decay is now the #1 reason kids between 5 and 9 end up in the hospital. The #1 reason.
Okay, so with a problem this big, what was the response? Let's dive into how this group of campaigners, health experts, and politicians decided to tackle the whole thing head-on.
Well, a lot of the momentum came from high-profile figures, like the chef Jamie Oliver. He was absolutely central to this movement. His Add Enough campaign basically made the case that kids are just relentlessly targeted with marketing for unhealthy food, and it's shaping what they want to eat from a really, really young age.
And that feeling wasn't just coming from celebrity chefs. You saw it echoed at the local level too. Mayors from 9 major UK regions all got on board, and they started calling these ad tactics not just influential, but predatory. That's a strong word.
Okay, so when we say junk food, it's important to know what we're actually talking about here. The policy is really specific. It uses a clear government definition targeting products they classify as HFSS, and that just stands for foods that are high in fat, salt, or sugar, all based on a scientific scoring system.
All right, so what do these new rules actually do? Let's break it down and look at the nuts and bolts of the ban.
First off, this isn't all happening at once. It's more of a phased rollout. It actually started with a really successful ban across London's entire public transport network. Then in 2024, it expanded to 9 other big regions. And now it's all leading up to this nationwide policy for TV and online ads that's going to fully kick in by early 2026.
And this policy is really designed to cover all the bases. So on TV, ads for these HFSS foods are banned before 9 p.m. That's the watershed, the time when more adult-focused shows come on. Online, it's a complete ban on all paid promotions. And on public transport in all those major cities, they're just gone, banned entirely. It's this multi-pronged attack, really, to try and reduce how much kids see these ads all day long.
So yeah, this is a massive policy shift. The big question is, what's the expected impact? What does the government actually think this will achieve?
Well, the projected impact is pretty staggering, actually. The government estimates that this ban, all by itself, will slash up to 7.2 billion calories from kids' diets every single year. I mean, that is just a massive reduction in temptation, right?
So what does cutting all those calories actually mean in real-world terms? Well, officials believe this one policy could prevent around 20,000 children from becoming obese. Just this one change.
And then there's the money side of things, which is huge. By preventing these health problems before they start, the long-term benefit, including just massive savings for the National Health Service, is estimated at over £2 billion. So really, it's an investment in health now to save a ton of money and, more importantly, lives down the road.
Now, it's super important to remember, this ad ban is a really big deal, for sure. But it's still just one piece of a much, much larger public health puzzle.
See, this ban works alongside other government plans, things like extending the sugar tax to cover more products like milkshakes, or giving local councils the power to say no to new fast food shops opening up right next to schools. It's all part of a fundamental shift in how the healthcare system thinks.
And as the health minister put it, this is all part of a bigger strategy. The goal here is to create a national health service that's not just about treating sickness, but about preventing it in the first place. Helping people lead healthier lives right from the get-go.
So when you look at the whole picture, this ban is a real landmark moment. It's a clear signal that a child's long-term health can be put ahead of short-term commercial interests. The UK has definitely taken a bold step. Which leads to the big question. With the ads under control, what's the next step in building a healthier future?